Coming to you from the historic Hart Building in Marysville, California, in Studio 93, In the Tank with Fish, with your host, Bob Fischetti.
Hey, it's great to see everybody. Oh, no. It's great to be seen by everybody because I don't see anybody. I see a camera. Hey, I'm in a mood, Kelly. I am in a mood. So you're in the tank with Fish and Minnow. And I don't know what episode this is, so I'm just going to tell you it's episode 1,374.
I like it. Yeah, just the confidence, just roll with it.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, and so we're just going to, we don't have a guest today, and we're just going to talk about some things that are going on and, you know, kind of try to encourage the community and things that are available. But we had a fundraiser, and we're going to talk about that.
I want to hear all about it.
And because Kelly was
I was getting my tan on.
Yeah. Yeah. Kelly isn't white.
No. I mean, I still am fairly pale.
An
but
off shade.
I'm not as
So she was in Hawaii.
No, Mexico.
Oh, that's right. You said, because you went to Hawaii before. Yeah. Yeah, where'd you go in Mexico?
We just did a cruise. So it's the boys and my first cruise. And we did Ensenada, but we didn't actually get off the boat. We decided instead because the boat had so many amenities. They had like one of those wave simulators so you could boogie board and surf. They had water slides. They had unlimited soft serve ice cream. Can you imagine my boys around unlimited?
That was what I was going to ask you. Two teenage boys.
Yeah.
They ate like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I got my money's worth just out of the food they consumed on the cruise.
And the thing about that is they can eat anytime.
Yeah. Oh,
Get up in the middle of the night and go get a burger.
We found this like late night pizza that was open, I think, till 2 a.m. And so, oh no, the boys were in hog heaven, but they had a full basketball court, a rock wall. So we didn't even get off the boat. We just stayed and it was awesome. We had so much fun.
So did you get the little mint on your pillow at night or?
No, but our I don't think you can call him a maid because can you? A male maid? What's that called?
Cabana boy? Did you have a cabana boy?
I did, but he cleaned our room. But he made us towel animals. So like we got a monkey one day and we got
that's cool.
A bunny another day and a dog. Yeah. So
was it like a 3 or 4 day
we did
thing?
4 days, 3 nights.
Wow.
Yeah. It was perfect.
So the boys didn't get seasick.
Nobody got
probably
seasick.
Had easy. Probably didn't have anything that really rocked the boat.
No, and we I booked it through like a travel planner, and she said if you go like on the lower decks, you won't move as much.
Yes.
So I think we were on the 7th deck out of 15.
Because see that
Yeah. But I think favorite part of it, we saw a pod of dolphins that our first morning we woke up, and that was super fun to sit out there and watch with the boys. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, the boys are loving the travel.
There was a lot of girls.
Oh, was there a lot of girls?
Yeah, so, 2 teenage boys.
And the boys are hitting that.
Yes, 13 and 15.
Can I get married tomorrow?
We are in girl crazy stage a little bit. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so you know how great it is to have your mom next to you at the pool.
Oh, yeah, that's like my grandson called me and he said, "Hey, Dad, hey, Grandpa, can you get tickets for Be-a-ba-doobie?" And I said, "What are you doing?" Did you just say I had a doobie? What are you doing? And he said, "No, it's an artist, right?" Oh. So I called Randy Maddox and I asked him, "Hey, he said she sold out in like 3 hours."
Wow.
So she's a new artist. She's 24. She was born in the Philippines, but raised in England. But she is amazing. She toured with Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow.
And now on her own, she's touring. And her music is just absolutely awesome. She's got an incredible voice.
I have to check her out.
Yeah. So anyway, so I said, well, I'll get 2 tickets. And I said, find somebody to go with you. I'm telling this story because of what you just said about being with the boys at the pool. And then I heard her music and I went, well, I should go.
I should go.
Oh, yeah. My 15-year-old grandson wants grandpa with him to see Beabadoobie.
Why not? He could get his helping a senior citizen badge.
He could get special seating.
Girls think that's sweet.
Yeah. The girls gonna like you. I'll drool a little.
Yeah, exactly. I'll really play it up.
I'll get one of those
A walker.
walkers. God.
Okay, I want to hear about the spaghetti.
Yeah, so we had the fundraiser. It was 2 days. First was a spaghetti feed. The next day was a telethon. And so we were here for 12 hours and, people donated money and people came on the air and talked. But the spaghetti thing, I tried to explain to them, what I wanted, right? So we reduced the number of people that could be there so it could be more intimate.
Yeah.
I wanted people, no matter who came, to be at a long table, like an Italian family, right? And then the way it's served is the food's just brought out to the table. So you have a platter of spaghetti and then salad and bread and everything. So Angie just killed it with the food. I mean, at the Brick, that girl is something. And then Stacy connected with a gal that Angie knows, and they decorated the place, had these great red and white gingham. Oh, yeah, the whole thing was absolutely a trip. They came up with these ideas like they had empty tomato cans, right? And put the flowers in them.
How clever.
They went and found a bunch of old bottles at a thrift store or something and decorated them and then put the breadsticks in those. Oh yeah, awesome. It was really, really cool.
What a great idea.
You felt like you were at somebody's house.
Yeah.
When they got done. And the people loved it. I had Ray Allen came and he sang, I asked him to do some Sinatra and some Dean Martin. I wanted to hear Ain't That a Kick in the Head by Dean Martin. And he sang, I Did It My Way, right? So we had two groups. There was a 6 o'clock group, and then there was a 7:15 group that gave them a chance to clear the table and everything. Well, the 6 o'clock group later on was disappointed because at the 7 o'clock group, Ray Allen just let go. He gave them a show. Yeah. And his voice is incredible, right? So he sang, and they're all in there. They're having a great time, and he ends the night with Love Boat.
Oh.
And everybody's singing along the Love Boat, right? They're just having a great time, Yeah, it was really good. And so everybody was telling me, and I had Carrie Hauk from Sapphire Marketing. She went, and so she said, you really need to make a way for more people to come, right? Because a lot of people didn't get to come because in the end, there was only 40 seats. Yeah. 20 each setting, right? But it really worked because people met people they didn't know, but they were all supporting.
I think it's nicer to have that intimate setting.
Yeah,
sometimes.
And it was so family-like. Yeah. Everybody's laughing and having a good time. So Carrie says, I said, Carrie, I would like to make it bigger because a lot of people would have liked to come, but how do I do that, man? I mean, you can only put so many people. Then I'd have to put a table outside. Yeah. She said, we will just run a table right down the middle of D Street.
Oh, I love that idea.
Come on. Yeah. And so everybody could be at this big long table. So Angie got all excited. She said, I'll cater it from the Brick. And her sauce, folks, we had a sauce competition. Yeah. She smoked it. And one of the sauces was my son.
I was wondering
and
how he did.
Put in, because I couldn't put mine in. Yeah. He got second place. Okay. But it's like her sauce was so good. So I'm telling her how much I appreciate it. And she said, Fish, that's the sauce I serve for this. She said, I still have another one. And I was like, you got to be kidding. Yeah. So I'm going to do some private thing with Angie. Like, all right, so we're going to bring just her sauce and my sauce. And invite a bunch of people to.
I'm coming.
Are you?
Yes.
And then say, all right, you don't know which one's which, right? And so, that'll be fun. But it was a great fundraiser. I just appreciate everybody that gave during those. They paid for the dinner. Now, I didn't do a bunch of other stuff, and people actually were very grateful. Yeah. They said, I paid for the dinner. And then I came. Now, they had to pay for their wine because I guess there's a rule where you can't like open your own bottle of wine. It's a corking charge. And so the brick, I didn't know it, but they serve beer and wine. So it was great. They were buying wine. And,
Nice.
I had to laugh. Cassidy asked me, he said, hey, would you like a bottle of wine? I mean, a glass of wine. He bought a bottle. And I said, no, I was like, I'll drink wine with pasta, but I'm not really a drinker. And so Cassidy leaves, and he leaves about a glass worth of wine in the bottle. I said, I'm not throwing this away. So so later on I saw Cassidy and I go, hey, man, you left that. Then he said, oh, I'm charging you for that. I think you got a glass of wine.
Putting that on your tab.
But it was really, really nice.
Good.
It was exactly what I would have liked to do because I want people. But they said a lot of times you go to a fundraiser, then they have a silent auction, and then they get up and talk for a long time. All I did was I told a couple of stories about what it was like to be an Italian, because we had pasta every Sunday. And so, I did that. And then I just really thanked them. But I really appreciated Kimberly because she very kindly didn't charge us for the venue, right? And she's just a nice gal.
She's the best.
She's just a nice gal.
Her and Angie are.
And they just took care of us. And so I'm going to throw a shout out here. You need to go to the Brick and then tell them Fish sent you.
They are, we've talked about this before, but they are amazing. And they're doing amazing things. Their food is just over the top delicious.
She told me, I saw her yesterday, I think, and she said, we got a couple of new things coming up on the menu. And I went, I've tried just about everything there. Believe it or not, my favorite is, look. Yeah, little
fish.
Guy. My favorite is actually, it's a taco salad. Now, I don't know what the seasoning they're using in it, Kelly.
So good.
Right? And so I get the chicken on top of it.
Yeah.
I'm going over there today.
I was going to say, my go-to is the BLT. I'm all about it.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Stace likes the BLT. Yeah. There's one other one that she likes, right? But
clearly we're hungry.
Yeah. So it was a fun fundraiser.
Yeah.
And so we are going to do it again.
Good.
Carrie said it'd probably be good to do it in the fall because that way, it won't be hot right out there. But, I love pasta.
Yeah.
And when you serve pasta family style like that,
Just warm your heart.
Yeah, and then the other thing was, besides Ray Allen singing, I thought he was going to break out some Caruso. But what he did was when he sang, which song was it? Maybe it was a Kick in the Head. Oh, no, it was Amore. So he sang it, and he sang a verse in Italian.
Oh.
I mean, he went and learned Italian to
awesome.
sing a verse, and I was like, dang, I love this brother.
So he better be coming and playing at the next
he will.
spaghetti feed.
And then the other thing is I want somebody to come and I want to get a violinist to walk around in between the stuff and play like the theme to The Godfather. Right? And it's like,
Oh, I love
but
it.
I wore a suit.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Not a Hawaiian shirt?
No,
you really
I
stepped
wore a
up your
suit.
game.
I know.
Armani?
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't
Armani.
Armani, but I wore a suit and I wore a little pork pie hat. And I found out later, people was like, what's with the hat? It looks too small on his head. And it was like, it's pork pies.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
So I actually there was a guy that owned a lot of property in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
They owned a big ranch. And I worked on his ranch for a little bit. And I got to know him. I knew his son is how I met him. And one day we were talking and he had a fedora and it was a beaver skin Churchill fedora. I mean, a real one from like the 30s, late 30s, early 40s, just a gorgeous hat, right? When he died, he told his son to give me that hat.
Aww.
I own that hat.
That's cool.
And I didn't wear that one, but I probably should have wore that one. But, the pork pie, I was like, I'll wear that, right?
Wear it to the next one. And
I
then you
will.
can tell the story of it.
I will, And I bought this blue check suit. Italians wear this wild stuff. So I bought one of those. And I didn't wear it. I wore a gray suit, but I'm changing next time, man. I'm
Good.
coming decked out.
I hope
Get
so.
me a set of spats.
Yeah.
I love spats. They're cool. Huh? Come on, spats are cool. And so, yeah. Yeah, but I did miss you.
I know.
And
Missed you.
but I got over it.
Yeah, like 3 bites of Angie's spaghetti sauce. You'll forget all about me.
I don't
It's
even
fine.
know if I got the 3, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
I was trying to
Single
make
bite.
myself feel better.
It was like that sauce. I'm like, look, I'm married, but I'll dump her. Can we
I
get
know,
married?
right? Like, I hope Patty wasn't.
Patty
sitting next
can't
to
make
you.
this sauce.
Yeah,
Patty makes great sauce.
yeah, but not that sauce.
But yeah, it was just different. Angie, and I asked her, because I had a little bite to it, and I thought, how did she get that?
Yeah.
Because, it's not, you have to be careful with it. It's not like you're going to throw cayenne in spaghetti. And so, so she told me, but I'm not talking, Ange. It's my lips are sealed.
Unless you want to swim with the fishies, you better not.
Swim with the fishies, right? I'm not letting their secrets out, And so yeah, I don't know. And I've even thought about, hey, can we just maybe once a month, maybe not even as a fundraiser, just do a pasta night.
Yes, just do family dinner night.
Family
where
dinner
it's an
night.
extended family. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I'd be
they
in.
go for it.
I'd be in.
I'll
I'll bring the bread if Ange makes the sauce.
Oh, you're in. Do you sing?
No,
Oh.
not around other people. Not on purpose.
I sing in the shower. I sing in the
car. I'm
in the
really
car.
good at singing in the car.
People look over and I go, oh.
Go with my window up.
So we've had a really good time, but we're in the first part of March
Yeah.
already, which is the end of the first quarter of the year. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know how it's going so fast.
oh my gosh, I felt like, okay, but we got a lot of stuff going on. We're building a second podcast room.
Oh.
The whole downstairs is being converted to one big studio.
Awesome.
Kurt's got his work cut out for him.
I know.
See, Kurt's
appreciate you, Kurt.
He's been back there sloughing
working
off,
out.
right? Yeah, and so now he's got to actually go to work. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of work to make us look good. You know that. Look, oh gosh. And to keep you on task. Focus.
Just wait till I do the Irish thing.
No.
Oh, that's right. We've got March 17th.
Oh, my
will be
gosh.
St. Patty's Day, which, believe it or not, is my son's birthday. My oldest boy's birthday is St. Patrick's Day, right? He's Italian. What do you do? Green spaghetti sauce? I mean, what do you do?
You could.
How do you celebrate?
It's called pesto.
Shamrocks pesto. It's just that pesto. You're good, right? Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, and then of course, we did Valentine's Day. So
Yeah.
what's he going to do? Like 4-leaf clover spinning
Probably.
across there? I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Luck
So
of the
we're like
Irish.
following the holiday. I can't wait till Easter.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
can't wait.
bunnies,
Buddy,
right?
and you'll be
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
sidetracked.
Also, the leprechaun bounce through there.
Yeah, there you go. He was
I'll
good.
lose him.
So Easter, he'll have Jesus from raising up from the dead. We'll be like, wow. Yeah. And so is that your one biggie vacation for the year?
I don't think so. I think we'll go on
Because
another
those
one.
boys are going to go, Mom, this worked.
I know. We love it. I don't know we're going to Oregon to visit my mom. We have a beach house. We don't have a beach house. We rent a beach house there each year. So that's our next trip. We golf and I don't know. I don't know what else we'll do. Sometimes we just decide to do stuff.
I hate to admit this around you. I've never been on a cruise.
Really? It was our first one.
And I love sailing.
Yeah.
I have competitively sailed.
Oh.
And I've sailed the bay, which
Yeah.
that's a biggie. And
Yeah.
I sailed the bay in a storm.
Whoa.
And people will tell you, right? Well, the problem with the bay is, I don't care how big your sailboat is.
Yeah.
Those big ships, they don't turn.
They're bigger.
You get out of their way.
Yeah.
And the storm was so bad, we had to pull the sails and just kind of hunker down and
Yeah.
ride it out, And, those experiences you remember, man,
Yeah.
we were soaking wet because we're trying to
Yeah.
keep this thing out of the shipping lane. And because those storms come up like that,
Yeah.
it's just, everything changes in the bay quickly. And so it calmed down and the sun came out. I'm freezing to death, right? So this guy goes down in the galley and he gets those little cans of Denny Moore beef stew, heats them up, brings it up, best stew ever.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm soaking wet. This is hot.
Eating it out of a can.
Yep, exactly. And I'm like, this is good food. People
Yep.
are like, it's Dinty Moore.
I don't care. It's all about the experience and the timing.
Yeah. So here's the plan. So the next time you go on a cruise, tell the boys Fish is gone. And he's okay if you call him Grandpa. The girls will love it.
To get the ladies.
Fish will walk around with you and say, I'm just helping my
You
grandpa.
can assist him.
Yeah, you know. This is my old Italian grandfather. I said, are you boys Italian? No, he's like our plus grandfather.
Adopted Italian. Yeah, we're adopted Italian.
Bonus grandpa.
They did have a lot of pasta on this cruise.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have.
come with us next time.
That'd
It
be
was
fun. That'd be fun.
It was fun. I think, 4 days was plenty. I don't like feeling trapped anywhere. So that was a good amount of time.
You can gamble on those
You can.
because they go outside the 3 mile limit.
Yeah, they had a
And
casino, they had a theater, they had an ice skating rink.
They usually have like a late night show, right? They'll do some
They
entertainer.
did like a magic show, and they showed a movie on the deck. So on the pool deck at night, they showed a movie that was fun. We actually sat in the hot tub and drank virgin daiquiris and watched a movie. So I'm kind of winning in the mom department.
You were like the bomb of mom.
I know. They had a lot of fun. I had fun. It was nice. Oh, and there was no cell service. So it was perfect. They couldn't be on their phones. I was like, oh no, you could have paid for coverage, but I opted not to. No, I got to actually see their faces the entire time. It was amazing.
Outside of the glow of the iPhone.
Exactly. Yeah, it was really fun.
So did they like, Mom, that was my favorite part. There was their thing.
They did. We came home and talked about we do what's called high-low buffalo. I don't know if you do this, but at the end of our day, we still eat at the table together. And so we do what's called high-low buffalo. So we go around the table and we share our high of the day, our low of the day, and then our buffalo, which is, just whatever extra tidbit you want to share about your day. So
while you're eating buffalo.
While we're eating buffalo. Tatanka. So we had like a debrief, if you will, and we came home and went through. Caden's was the food. Which is not surprising because he's 15 and he is just a bottomless pit. Yeah. And the basketball. He had a lot of fun playing basketball at night on a ship, like all the stars you could see, misty. I think some core memories for them for sure. Yeah, it was fun. And Oliver really liked the belly flop competition and the rock wall. Oh, and he loved the wave simulator because he was really good at it.
Oh.
And I did the wave simulator.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
How did you do?
I did great.
Do you got video? Can you give it to Kurt?
No.
Can we put that on here?
No. There are pictures of me. They had like a photographer one day, and I was like, I cannot
leave a comment. Like, share, and leave a comment if you want to see Kelly actually trying to ride a wave.
I was on the boogie board. I did good. Like you start on your belly, and then they like kind of coach you to
stand up.
Yeah. Well, so there is a surf too, but we didn't do the surf session. We did the boogie board. So, but they coach you to like scoot up, like slide your knees, and then you can get on your knees. You can like turn around and sit on your butt. Yeah. I did pretty good for, being 44.
You liked it.
I did.
You liked
fun.
it. I love the water. Fun. I mean, fish is not just my name. I'm a
total water baby. I would be in water all the time if I could.
I'd be like wrinkled up and not from age.
Right.
it's like get out of the pool.
It's not time yet.
Yeah, I know. It's like are you cold? No, lips are purple. It's like,
but you don't want to get out.
The kids do that, right? It's like, I'm not fine. You're not fine.
Yeah, get out of the pool. Not yet.
My mom would be like, lay in the sun. And I remember as a kid, because they had community pools, so we used to go to this place, Castlewood. And so I loved it. I actually loved getting out of the pool and laying on the cement.
On the cement, yes.
And it was just
Yeah.
so,
Sizzling a little bit.
yeah. But it was like the smell.
Yeah.
You know, it was all that I remembered.
Yeah.
And Castlewood had the way they would recycle the water was literally where it, over in the shallow
Mm-hmm.
end where your kids were. They had, I mean, this pipe was, I mean, of course, I was a kid, but it's like a huge pipe. And so the water would be constantly cycling and coming out that pipe. So whenever it was, kids would go over there because they didn't push it across the thing. And,
that's fun.
You know, and then I remember I hadn't quite learned how to swim. And I really did have one of those experiences where my brother just threw me in. And the lifeguard yells, "Hey, can he swim?" And my brother goes, "Well, we'll see." It's like the lifeguard, get him out of there, right? But man, I mean, I don't know what I did, but I got to the side of the pool, and the lifeguard goes, "That's it. You stay on the other side of the ropes, right?"
You are destined for the shallow end.
But by the end of the summer, man, I was going off the high dive, and you know, because once you do it, you do it. But I remember first time on the high dive too. It was like, for one thing, the high dive was so high you could actually touch the moon.
Yeah, exactly. This is like walking uphill both ways.
So
that, tell us your high dive story. How high was this high dive?
Like they say, oh, they didn't really go to the moon.
Yeah.
They went to the moon because I touched it.
I was up there. Did you walk to the edge and just think, I mean, I have made a grave mistake.
Yes. And then I realized, okay, this happens to me a lot. Thousands have done this before you.
Yeah.
They're all alive.
Maybe.
Just go.
How high was that high dive?
Just go, right? Yeah, and then once I did that, you know, it was like, it's a progress. I learned how to, on the low dive, I learned how to actually dive.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just falling into the water, right? You know, and then learned how to do a backflip and the whole thing. But I was in the Boy Scouts, and in that, I took the mile swim.
Okay.
So that was a merit badge. You swam the mile. And at that time, is right before the mile swim, they took us through a class that taught us the difference between your regular, the Australian crawl, the backstroke, side stroke, breaststroke, so that when you did the mile swim, you didn't try to just swim it like that. Yeah. So you were able to like go to the backstroke and rest because it wasn't timed. It was distance.
Yeah.
You have to, like that guy,
like that fish.
Swim a mile. Cart.
You are banished from being able to make more streams.
So you guys had it. So there's a pool on the boat.
Yeah, multiple pools on the boat.
Wow.
Yeah, and multiple hot tubs.
So how was the room?
The room was fine. It was small. We had I upgraded to a balcony because I thought I want to be able to sit outside.
Smart.
I didn't want to feel claustrophobic.
I was going to ask you, did it have a window? Was it actually a port?
Yeah, like a little port window.
All three of your little heads. Look, I can see
there in the window. Yeah. No, we had a balcony, which was amazing for the last night because there were so many stars out. It was really cool to to go out and sit on the balcony. And Oliver was actually the one that, Mom, you got to come see all the stars. He was super into being out, which was a nice change because he was a little fearful about being like stuck on a boat. And then we got on, we did the safety briefing. He could see all the life rafts. He has not watched Titanic, so I don't think he had that fear
that's
about,
probably a good idea. Don't show him that. Or Poseidon, what was that one where the boat flips over?
Is it Poseidon?
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Poseidon. Yeah.
Poseidon. That's
what are you talking
movie.
about? It was a movie about the Poseidon.
Also known as Poseidon for everyone else that's watching.
For those of you that don't know. So was it sunny? I mean,
it was sunny.
Was it cold at all?
It was. First day was a great pool day because we were in LA, Long Beach, and it was like the perfect pool day. It was hot. We were in swimsuits and laid out all day. And then the second day we were at sea. So it was a little bit chillier, but the pool wasn't on the top deck. It was sunk down a couple decks. And so that helped with windbreak and it made it a lot nicer. Yeah, but we had great weather. No
I'm
rain.
surprised you didn't tell me, well, the boys jumped off the top deck into the pool.
No, I think you get kicked off the cruise for that.
They're going home.
Yeah, exactly.
Think how much we'll save on food.
We're kicking them out.
We can give discounts to the next group because we won't use as much.
Because Kane won't be eating everything on the ship. It was fun.
That's really good. We both had a good time, just not together.
Separately.
Yeah.
I vote next time we have a good time together.
Yeah.
We do a spaghetti feed and then we leave on the cruise.
Yeah. They were laughing at me because they had cheesecake for dessert.
Oh, what?
And I'm not a big cheesecake guy.
Yeah.
And but my dessert is another helping of spaghetti.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And so they're like, okay, so you ate 2 helpings of spaghetti at the 6 o'clock meal. What are you going to do at the 7 o'clock meal? And I went, same thing. Right? It's like, until the belly's full, I'm chowing down on this good stuff. So
yeah. Did you get to take home leftovers?
no, some people did. I should have thought of that. Oh, I was going to tell you. So we were the judges for the sauce.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It went really good. So
Did you know whose sauce was whose when you were judging it?
yes, because
you didn't blind
because I
judge.
set it up. So
Okay.
yeah, but it really didn't matter. The sauces were very different.
Yeah.
The one sauce was Nick McKelly, right? And so he specifically had his sauce where it wasn't where it was very thick to be used with a specific pasta.
Okay.
Kind of thought. So, and I think he told me what. And anyway, so for us it was really just the taste. And believe it or not, Angie's and Pablo's sauces were close.
Yeah.
And so it was really hard to decide between the two.
You just have to say that.
But
'cause it's
hers
your
had
son.
just a little bit of kick. And I think that's what spun it just over.
Just a little bit.
Both really good.
Did you guys just have 3 enter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so Chuck Smith is there, and they're taking pictures of us. And Chuck goes, well, between the sauces, you have to cleanse the palate. And it's like, if I cleanse my palate much more, you guys can be careful. I'm not a drinker anymore. I'll be like, hey, yeah, God, what am I
to be able to
doing?
properly judge
Bring
this.
me some bread, right? And it's like, but I don't even know what the wine was. Somebody told me it's a regular wine they carry.
Yeah.
It was really good. Now, I mean, some people, if you're a wine snob, I mean, maybe you know other wines. I just know when wine matches the sauce.
Yeah.
I can tell that's
I think
a
they
good.
carry Wise Villa, don't they?
I don't know.
I think it's Wise Villa out of Lincoln.
So I didn't have that much wine, so I had to be careful how much I cleansed my palate right between that. but yeah, it was really fun too, and just watching people sit down to a dinner like that.
Yeah.
And just connect. And I mean, some of them knew each other, but there were people, they didn't know each other, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, we're going to do it again.
Good.
We're definitely going to do it again. And
Kurt and I are coming this time.
I'll have to make sure what your schedule is.
Yeah.
Well, Kurt came.
Yeah.
And then he walked in. Somebody said something to him and he left. I think he got offended.
What'd you say?
I just told him, you don't belong here. I don't know what his problem was.
After the show, I'll beat him up for you, Kurt. No
Sorry,
violence on
nobody
camera.
over 6 foot. Okay, this is a midget dinner.
Was he wearing his kilt and that you were offended?
Yeah,
You kicked it back
exactly.
out?
Put up in my kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, he told me he'd play the Godfather on the bagpipes, and I just couldn't put it together in my head. It's like,
Explore that idea.
Yeah. For the next one.
it doesn't sound like the Godfather. It sounds like the St. Valentine's Day Massacre with people screaming. It's like, that can't be right, So next time, we'll be meeting next Tuesday, and I don't even know who the guest is.
I don't know either. It's always a surprise to me. I love it.
We'll have somebody. I do want to know, did the boys finish the Cheetos?
They did.
Okay.
Actually, when we got back from the cruise, they did.
They loved it. Huh?
Yeah, they
So,
did.
so I didn't eat any of those, and I haven't eaten the puffs in a long time,
Yeah.
right? So I had to go to my doctor's appointment down in Martinez,
Yeah.
and they had in the hospital. They had a little store,
Yeah.
and so I bought a little bag of the puffs,
Yeah.
and I was driving home and eating them, right?
So good.
And when I'm done, there's like this orange. It's like, Right? And my teeth are all gummed up.
Yep.
It's like, Patty ain't kissing me. It's like nobody kisses a man with an orange mouth, right? It's like this is just stuck everywhere.
Yep.
And so I remembered why I don't buy that big bag for me.
Yeah.
So
Because you'd be single.
Oh, your boys are going to be seeing a dentist for a serious teeth cleaning after that. But it didn't taste like I remember, and I wondered because it wasn't as cheesy.
Yeah.
More air, less cheese. So really, I was disappointed.
I wonder if they changed something, or if your taste buds have finally matured.
No chance of that.
I think so. Have you tried dipping them in spaghetti sauce?
Well, I know that your boys don't. Ooh,
I'm just saying, we might be onto something.
chili.
Chili would be
Come
good,
on, you dip that in the chili.
Cheeto chili.
Yeah.
Cheeto chili. I like Fritos with chili.
So my mom, I was 15 years old, and my mom moved us to Texas, right? And so I'm going to school, and I'm definitely a northern boy. So I'm in metal class, and this guy's throwing welding rods at me, just messing with me, new kid, right? And there's this guy sitting across from me, and he's Mexican, but he has red hair. He dyed his, I don't know what he did, but they called him Red. But he was feared in the school. He was like the guy, right? And so I'm sitting there, and finally he goes, "Hey, what are you going to do about that?" And I said, "Nothing. He's an idiot," right? And he said, "No, man, you need to take care of that." And I said, so I got up and I said, "You do that again, and I won't use that language here, but you won't be thrilled with the result," right? So he does his typical kid thing, right? "Me, you, outside after this class." And I'm like, crap. So I go outside, right? And he goes, "You want to wrestle or box?" And I'm like, kill him. And he's like down, right? And then he jumps up and we're wrestling. I have brand new pants on, ripped them, right? I was like, this just is not right, right? So anyway, we get done, kids scrapping, right? And so Red goes, "We're friends."
Oh.
I'm like, "Red, you weren't even, if we're friends, why didn't you help me with this mess," right? And so, and I'm telling you that story because after that I hung out with Red, right?
Yeah.
So he said, "I'm taking you to my favorite place to eat. At school you go to lunch, right?" And I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "It's just right off the school grounds. You're going to love it. I'm going to show you something," right? So we go, and he orders chili and a bag of Fritos.
Oh, yeah.
And that was it for me. I will have Fritos with my chili.
Yeah.
Bottom line. I'm so worried, and I'm like, man, this is great. So pretty soon I'm telling people, "Have you ever had Fritos?" And, "You're from up north, aren't you?" It's like what everybody in Texas has Fritos in their chilies.
Yeah.
Where have I been? It's like I miss this. Great
Not
meal.
living.
Yeah. So
Okay, now I'm hungry. Wrap this up.
All right. So listen, we want to thank you so much for watching these. I don't know what you get out of them, but I'm sure after 3 or 4 years of good psychotherapy, you're going to be fine.
Speak for yourself.
There is a cure. There's a cure for this, right? We should write a book, The Cure, right?
The Cure.
Anyway, so thanks so much, and like, subscribe, and share this video with others. I did find out today that people are going back and watching past episodes. I'm not real good at the whole social media thing, right?
That's okay. There are other people
I mean,
to
I
help
barely
you.
handled theirs, that green one.
I saw about the corner of my eye.
Well, I was looking at your eyes. That's what maybe did it. That did not distract me. You did.
Okay.
Anyway, leave a comment down below if there's something you'd like to see, like maybe Kelly on the boogie board. Not a bad idea. We'll get the film at the to Kurt or maybe Oliver devouring more soft ice cream than you can possibly imagine.
They came back every time because it was at the pool deck. They came back with 2 ice creams every time. And one time I asked them to get me an ice cream and they came back and said, we couldn't carry one for you. And they would not give me one of their 4 that they're holding.
I love kids, man. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week. I don't know who our guest will be.